home already?
With the Sunday crew, geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate. Science fiction on a screen so bright. Old classics and the new delights. The unapologetic geek will lead the way, with facts and fun to fill your day. Discussing every detail, every frame, from the eerie to the loud and the tame. Gig along with all that's great. Those Sunday vibes you can't debate. Tug along with the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate.
Greetings from South Carolina.
See, I have to wait for him to say that before I can say anything. So, hi.
I like that. I like your intro, Dan.
How goes, gals and bros?
I got to rest.
Trying out something new, okay.
It has to start the show.
Well, welcome back to Tug Chat, where, can you believe it, we are still talking about music videos.
There's 1,000 million out there.
Unlike
so
MTV,
many.
which isn't talking about it anymore.
Exactly. It hasn't been for a long time. Anyway, we'll say hello to the people in the chat. We've got Fat Comic Book Guy. Hello, Fat Comic Book Guy. Keith E. He was number 6. I'm guessing he was the sixth like.
He's not a number. He is a free man.
Yeah, Keith.
Carowin is here. Good morning.
Rusty,
Kerwin.
My buddy Michael DeCosimo is here. Good to see you.
Mikey.
Hi.
And of course, ready to fact check us in real time, Indy Spoats.
Yay, Andy.
AM, what's
Talk
going
about
on?
this book real quick before we get started.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard of it.
That is a good book. Ooh.
Must be from another time.
Mine's on the shelf with all the 1,000 other books I own.
Well, the follow-up
One
should
day
be coming in a few
you like
months.
read some of them books.
Yeah.
I plan on reading some one day.
Yeah.
One day.
My reading bucket list has fallen into the I should live so long
I can't
category.
get
That's mine, too.
I'm reading because I'm attempting to get caught up on the 782 more movies I want to see.
That's a problem too.
And you
Yeah.
can
Better
see all-
start watching
and
now.
you can see all 782 of the movies I want to see on my playlist on the Danny Staten channel under Cool Movies, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
5 for that many.
I've got people still trying to tell me to watch all of Doctor Who and let's see, the Stargate and the Expanse. I'm like, dude, I do not have that kind of time.
Yeah. Your hair will be white and you'll have a beard down to the ground.
Exactly, how like an Uncle Joe beard. Yeah.
I remember Uncle Joe. He was the one.
I don't know. The Stargate stuff might be must-see TV.
Are you kidding? Danny gives me like links to the highest grade crap that's out there. I want him to keep watching crap. It's the best stuff.
You know what? Hey, somebody got payback for you last night. You wouldn't believe what I had to sit through.
A war concert.
He said he texted you the name of it so you could remind me today. Because I knew I wouldn't remember.
I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about.
What else is new?
A text from Goldie.
Oh, Caldy. Okay. Something
What-
about Neil Breen.
What's the name of this horrible garbage he texted you the name of that he made me sit through last night that I want to murder him for?
You'd never heard of Neil Breen before last night?
Never heard of Neil Breen. I never seen this. Oh my God, this guy's face made me just want to. And I sit through this whole movie of horribleness with him. And the best part about it is when his wife gets blown away in the pool with him. I laugh my ass
Oh
off.
my God.
Neil Breen is great, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Funniest murder scene that ever existed. But never been
Anyway,
funny.
music videos. Let's see. This will be the last one. This will be the last one. So anything that you have been dying to talk about, you better get to it this week. So I'm going to talk about the most viewed music video on all of YouTube by a mile. And that is, can anyone guess? Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
No way. That was Michael Jackson.
Nope, it's
Something.
Rick Astley.
Wow.
Torment, boy.
Because of 4chan. 4chan made Rick rolling a thing.
Mhm.
So
I disagree with you. I think I saw that damn Whitesnake video where that girl rolls across that convertible more than that.
oh yeah, I've seen a lot of videos more than that. I'm just saying it's the most viewed one on YouTube just because so many people link to it. Until like I think it was about 6 months ago, Rick Astley finally started to like his music label finally started enforcing the copyright on that video, so you can't actually go to other channels to see it anymore.
Never gonna give.
I just had to bring it up because my son is learning to play it for band.
Oh, that poor kid.
He actually likes it. He thinks it's hysterical. He's into internet memes, and then classic internet memes at that.
Oh Lord!
It's also weird to watch that music video because Rick Astley's voice and his face do not match. He looks like a 12-year-old, especially in that music video. It's so weird. He's like dancing under a bridge.
It's a really phoned in video. It
It
really
is.
is.
It's totally terrible. It kind of reminds me of that Rebecca Black Friday video, which is a homemade video. I just had to bring it up. My favorite joke about this song, "Never Gonna Give You Up," is if you take the lyrics and you reverse them. So it's "I will give you up, I will let you down, I will make you hurt," all that stuff. It just becomes a Nine Inch Nails song.
That's great.
So anyway, I just had to open with that. I just had to give it its recognition for whatever it is. I didn't even like it back then. I've never particularly loved the song, but it just
Let's
is what
start
it
with a song I really hate today.
Warrant song?
is. That's all. I'm done.
Open with a strong one, huh, Tug?
Yeah, every time. So Danny, what do you got?
Okay, I'm gonna open with one. I just don't think.
I'm surprised you
Maybe.
didn't say it was better
Okay,
than
maybe
Warrant.
Tug, maybe
That's
Tug,
what I'm saying.
maybe Tug seen it, but Thrash, you haven't heard something. Just Tracy, I don't think y'all gonna even know what I'm talking about. But there's this rock band called Gwar, and I don't
Sure.
know if you know anything about Gwar. They're this primitive, tribal, cannibalistic-looking band that dresses in bizarre, crazy costumes and mostly do loud, grungy metal where you can't understand the words. They're kind of a thrash band, no pun intended there, pun. But Gwar had this one song that didn't sound like nothing else they ever done, and the video is a mind-blowing odyssey. It's called "The Road Behind."
I knew it.
It's about, you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
I know Guar. I'm not familiar.
And it's about their journey going down the road on tour and stuff, and the video's an odyssey of things you probably shouldn't do. If you listen to the lyrics of the song, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So
Hello, Brogu.
I recommend if you hadn't seen the video, you watch the video. I started to send it to Tug this morning, but something came up.
I've seen it before. It's been a long time, but it's
You
memorable.
have to
have to
admit,
look
that one
it up.
song is something totally different for them, is it not?
It doesn't sound like Guar, yeah. Like if you just listen to it by itself, you can kind of tell it's Guar, but not really. It wouldn't have been my first guess. But I will say about Guar, when I was doing my cave tours last year, where I was like going through all the caves in the southeast, like in Kentucky, Tennessee, there was a cave literally just called the Caverns, and they have like an underground venue where you can actually like play concerts. And Guar was there a
Wow.
week before I was. I missed them by 1 week. I really wish I had seen that. It would have been
Wow.
so
You know,
cool.
the best thing about a Gwar concert is when they do the thing. Remember that guy who used to take the sledgehammer, the sledge-o-matic guy, the comedian, and bust stuff
Yeah,
up in
Gallagher.
it? They do the Gallagher thing with a mace with spikes on the end of it, this big bag of raw meat and guts, and it goes all over the audience and shit.
That's so awesome.
It's so fucking nasty, man.
I love Guar.
Now I got to see them.
They're a trip.
They're grotesque and horrible, though. They're not for children.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. No.
With a name like Guar, I don't think
Last
so.
time I seen a clip from them, I never got the pleasure of seeing them in person, but I've got some bootleg videos, concerts and stuff people sent me. And the last one I seen back when the VHS worked, the girl in the band had the whole from waist up just non-existent with the big things bouncing around playing guitar. Probably the greatest show on earth.
I really wish I had seen them in the caverns, because like imagining Guar in an underground cavern doing a concert, it's a match made in heaven, man. It's perfect. Or maybe that other place, not heaven.
This is the other place, Mr. Valentine.
Right. Just out of curiosity, just how familiar are you with them?
I'm not super duper familiar with them. I have seen videos of some of their concerts, and I've listened to a little bit of their music, but I wouldn't say I'm like a super fan or anything.
I wouldn't say I'm a super fan, but I do have a couple of Guar albums and a bunch of VHSs of their live show somewhere. What about you, Thrash?
Guar is the Muppets if they were created by Aleister Crowley. That's really
I'm marginally familiar with them. I did go through kind of a metal phase, but I never really listened to them a lot, so I really can't speak to them. But I will say it's a very interesting pick.
Well, since it's on you next.
Yeah, you're up.
Oh, and hey, Slasher Fred, welcome to the party. Oh, and by the way, I do remember the Curly Shuffle. By the way, they used to play that on Dr. Demento all the time.
Yeah.
Loved my Dr. Demento.
And Be Warned, my next pick is one of the few songs that ever made me cry.
Oh.
I'm already. Well, anyway, I won't speculate. I'll just wait for you to surprise me. But I'm going to pick. And remember how last time we were speaking, I talked about how a lot of music videos seem to have a dystopian or a post-apocalyptic theme to them. I'm going to open with one of those. And it was, in my opinion, what was one, and a lot of people have mixed feelings about this, so I'm already getting ready for the pushback, but one of my favorite songs from the early 90s was from Smashing Pumpkins, and it was Bullet with Butterfly Wings. I know it's a tad repetitive, but I always thought it was a really good song. It was kind of like beat poetry with a grunge feel to it. But the music video is just so wild. It's some type of dystopian labor camp where and they're digging for something, and you're not sure what it is. It could be the Ark of the Covenant. It could be they're just building foundations for some like new futuristic dystopian buildings, don't know, but they sort of rise up at the end, and it's this like incredibly brutal. It's like watching a mini movie from like it was a Japanese filmmaker who I'm going to get his name wrong in the post-war years, who made the Human
Kid Rodan?
No. It was when they were actually making anti-war films. And a lot of it was about the subjugation of the Chinese in these labor camps, and how in the end they were trying to rise up. And it's like right out of that. So it's this incredibly intense music video, great song, and the whole thing just kind of comes together. So I'm gonna open with that one.
I remember when that came out, I was at the height of my music snobbery, where like if it was super popular, I hated it, and I hated the Smashing Pumpkins because they were super popular. But I remember seeing this video. It didn't make me like the song, but it made me appreciate that there was something else there. Because like that music video is actually, it's really intense and different, and I know exactly what you mean. I liked it.
I remember seeing it. It didn't have a real deep, dark impression on me. I remember the song better than I remember the video.
Well, yeah, it's hard to forget the song. It's so repetitive.
Eddie Vedder,
Yeah.
he went to my high school years after I graduated. So he graduated from Evanston Township High School.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Corgan just strikes me as way too pretentious to be tolerable.
I can see that, and so much crap about the band came out afterwards that it's like you have to do that thing where you separate the art from the artist.
Yeah,
So,
it's
True.
true. And I've lightened up a lot of my music snobbery as I've gotten older. I can listen to Smash Mouth and enjoy it, especially like 1979. That's a good song.
You said Billy Corgan?
Yeah, Billy Corgan.
God, he's
Yeah,
such
you
a
know, I know him a lot more. I know him a lot more for what he done for promoting professional wrestling than I do of him as a musician.
That's true. He did do a lot of that.
Wow,
and,
I
and
didn't know
apparently,
that.
I did mean Kobayashi. Although I was having the name
Masaki
wrong.
Kobayashi. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was thinking there were a lot of. In fact, that was pretty much the only film the Japanese could make in the years immediately after the war was anti-war films, just to show how non-militant they were. So there were a lot of that going around. But I was specifically thinking of the Human Condition films, but I just had the guy wrong. But thank you, as always. Indeed.
Yeah, I thought you just needed to narrow it down more because you
you know-
said it was
you
the
know-
Japanese anti-war director from the post-war period. I'm like, that's all. of you?
You brought up Billy Corgan. First
Yeah.
time I met Billy Corgan, he was booting a bunch of money up for Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah.
And when I met him at the meet and greet, Billy Corgan, hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. Okay, it's Billy Corgan. He's helping with the wrestling. Blah blah blah. I had no freaking idea he had nothing to do with no bands. And
I had no idea until you said that he was with wrestling.
I had no clue who he was.
Sorry.
He was just a wrestling guy, promoter guy, finance of the year for the wrestling. Just saying.
See, I didn't know that, so you told me something I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
He did other stuff with, I think, TNA and what was the other one? ECW maybe.
Wow.
He does a lot of stuff with wrestling. I think he still does.
Yeah, he still like pop up. He pops up whenever the
What is it?
Like
I know he's working with Ohio Valley Wrestling right now out of Knoxville, Kentucky.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
They do
you do
shows
see him in the
across
audience a lot. He'll pop
Cincinnati.
up.
They do
Anyway.
shows in Cincinnati.
Okay. So that means Tracy. It is
Tracy.
your turn.
Okay. I like Talking Heads Stay Up All Night video. I thought that was pretty artistic considering I went to art college. So I mean,
Good
Well, yeah.
choice.
I lean that way.
Good choice. I like everything, every song, every video, everything to do with Talking Heads. I love
They're
these
great.
guys.
Brian Eno was a creative genius. He just was.
Even when he does that once in a lifetime arm thing, I fall out the chair. But it's once in a lifetime.
It's so funny. I love it.
David Byrne's a creative genius.
Burn. Very yeah. They burn.
I said Brian Eno, didn't I?
You
I'm
did.
sorry. I always do that.
You short circuited my brain a little because then I was trying to remember the actual name and it just wouldn't come to me because then all I could think of was Brian Eno.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I thought that was the drummer's name, but okay,
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
bass player or something.
But yeah, he's he's an autistic superhero. Like
Wow.
he's a role model because he's extremely autistic.
That explains a
No
lot.
kidding.
He wrote a book about it. It's actually a very cool book. It just came out a couple of years ago.
I just don't know what it says for me that my favorite song by a band would be something called Psycho Killer.
Psycho Killer.
I love that song.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Sorry.
There's a
Really?
There's a band from Boston. Their probably biggest hit was a cover they did of Do Wah Diddy. I believe they were
Cool.
called The Fools. But
Only
They
band from
did-
Boston I know is the band called Boston.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Jay Giles, you guys don't know Jay Giles?
Jay Giles is from
But I
Boston.
didn't know they were from Boston. I thought they were from
Ah!
I thought they were from I thought they were from somewhere cool.
Snap.
You're gonna make Crash mad.
Yeah, right. He'll come through the screen.
Austin was really big in the music scene at one point. But not so much anymore, but at one point. But when
Yeah,
the
when Paul Revere was riding the horse through, I suppose.
That was your
was
teenage
something-
years, Dan.
In the
There used to
80s,
be
there
a
was
lot
something
of-
called the Weird Al Factor, where a lot of bands were doing not just covers, but humorous covers, spoofs of songs. And the Fools did Psycho Chicken.
I can totally see that. Yeah.
And it was one of the funniest things I ever heard in my entire life.
That's awesome. I do like
I
that.
like that so much. Is that on the Dr. Demento album?
I believe Demento did play it. I believe he
Yeah,
did.
I've heard that somewhere before. It has to be out there for me to have heard it.
Yeah.
I don't remember when or where. It had to be that. Oh my God!
Oh, just remember.
Wow, 30 years ago or something.
No, 40. No, it was. We're
Wow.
talking mid late 80s.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, jeez, I'm old.
Oh, okay. So this video is the one where they're on harnesses and they're jumping around a stage.
Hmm.
I had to look it up because I couldn't think of the video off the top of my head. But I can see that one. That one is fun.
All his videos were just
They're all
absolutely
different.
amazing.
They're completely
They're
out there.
performance art. Like
Yeah.
life in the time of love in the time of warfare.
That's good.
The music video is not really worth talking because it's basically just a live show. But he dances and sings at the same time, and they're playing their instruments, and it's just the whole thing just stays in perfect beat. It's just really impressive.
Hmm.
And yeah, Born in East LA. I can remember that one.
For some
East
reason, I've
LA.
been getting so many suggestions from Born in East LA in my YouTube algorithm. It's crazy.
Really?
I don't-
That's
Yeah.
Oh
weird.
my gosh.
Born in East LA.
I was
that's one
born
by Cheech,
in
isn't it?
East LA.
That's one by Cheech, right?
Yeah, that's the one by Cheech. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, El Fuego, where's your green card? Green card? I'm from East LA.
Okay, so I guess it means it's my turn
That's
again.
actually more appropriate now than it was 40 years ago.
Oh,
But Ixnay on the Ean card gray. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't be frozen by ice.
I myself love the government.
speaking of being frozen ponds, you're hanging in there real good.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
Crushed twice before the show, but I'm holding steady during. I'm like, odd.
Okay, so let's talk about Falco. Rock Me
Oh.
Amadeus.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
You talk about something when that come out, I couldn't have hated nothing more than I hated that. That song come out, I wanted to pull what little hair I had left out. Look, now I ain't got nothing. Now I'm bald headed on kind of that song.
Oh, come on, man. I love Rock Me Amadeus. What's wrong with you?
Horrible.
Falco. in
I
of
like his
himself-
version.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He was a could have been. He died so tragically young in such a tragic way.
He did.
I can only
Wow.
imagine what he would have given the world if he had lived. And I'm sorry, Tracy, I talked over you. Go ahead.
No, I talked over you. I'm sorry too. No, I just liked his version of Der Kommissar.
That's
Yes,
what I
Der
started
Kommissar.
saying. The
That's the
Dakar
original.
Star was a much better song he did.
Yeah, but
And I
the
like the
video for Rock
German
Me
version.
Amadeus was better because it had all the costumes. And
Uh,
it had like a bunch of people like dressed up in Victorian era, like rocking out. Like,
Mhm.
come on, that was cool.
oh, come on, the video looked just a little bit too much like the stage set for Caligula.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Different century.
I actually saw that movie. My parents actually let me see it for some reason
Caligula.
because I was interested in ancient Rome.
I mean, you want to get a feel for it.
It was not what I expected.
And yeah, Indy, I can't hear Rock Me Amadeus without thinking of Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas.
I can't think of how much I like Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, that parody song, better than I do the original song.
I hate every chimp I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee. I wet myself when first time I heard that. That was the funniest thing I ever heard. I did. My lungs were collapsing.
Oh my God.
It was Earth all along.
That's how I feel when I see the version of Weird Al doing Nirvana "Smell Like Teen."
Yeah, it smells like Nirvana.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw that. My husband is like, I was crying. I was literally crying.
I love
And
when
he's
the
like, "What are
marbles
you
that come out of
laughing
his
about?"
mouth.
And I showed him. He started laughing.
And he was able to couple together a lot of the people that were in the original video.
He did, yeah.
The janitor, obviously, but the cheerleaders, most of them were the same
I like
ones.
Dick Van Patten.
He even had the B girl from the Blind Melon video show up in the Smells Like Nirvana video.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Van Patten was one of the guys
And
sitting in
Dick
the
Van Patten, of
audience.
course.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And then the moo, bah, that's the part that got me.
We could do a whole show on Weird Al.
Well, yeah, of course. I think we opened the door to him last week when you weren't here. We talked about a couple of Weird Al videos.
Yeah, he was ahead on the curve with the whole video thing.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, great.
So, Danny, what do you got?
The only video I can remember seeing that
Thank you, Eddie.
tear jerked me, man. I was a mark for it. This song made a tear run down my face the first time I saw the video. Once again, it's something slightly obscure, and I'm not sure everybody's going to have heard of it. It's from a band called Blue October. And the song's called Hate Me. And it's the story of a dude who just gets over a severe addiction, an alcohol addiction, and he's dealing with the death of his mother, and all he has to remember by that it really is where he can hear her voices on a tape machine where she had left him a message, and he replays the tape machine during the song. And I don't know if you've ever heard Blue October or Hate Me, but this song will make you cry, man. It's deep and emotional, but it's kind of
Yeah, I've never actually heard of it. Yeah,
Sorry,
I just
not
looked it
familiar
up.
with it. Sounds
I can
amazing.
see it now.
and it's not that old. It's probably what 15 years, maybe something like that.
I'm not familiar with that. I also was not
It's
familiar with
it's from an era that I wouldn't normally pick music out of. That's how good it is that I brought it up.
Mm.
I must expose everybody to the greatness that is Blue October.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently that song released in 2006. That's relatively recent.
And,
2007,
and on top of that, but sadly, this could be really one of the only good songs they do. But it's great. One hit wonder kind of thing. But
That's why I'm not familiar with it. It's in this century. I don't listen to music from the century.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, and I froze on that.
yeah, Blue October got that ass.
21st century. I'll be right back.
That's what you get for criticizing Blue October.
Oh, you guys are something else.
They got zapped, boy. That's karma. Feel that here, Thrash. That's karma biting you in the ass, boy.
Guess who pooped in the living room?
Well, I mean, I can't really talk about it because I haven't seen it before.
God, I wish you'd seen it. But then you'd cry, so his mom dies and he's burying her, and it's sad as f. But geez,
Oh, come on, Danny, you're always trying to make me cry.
Not half as bad as that guy tried to make me cry last night by making me sit through that piece of garbage.
Oh God.
I'm harping on that.
What did you say, Thrash?
Well, I said, sorry, big brother.
Oh,
Doing
yes.
it in the 21st century. I went, zing. I'm like, sorry, big brother. He loved Big Brother.
Yeah, Roko's Basilisk is going to come after you. Okay, so it is actually your turn, Thrash.
Oh, and by the way, bitte mein Herr. I did not know Indy spoke German. Very good. Bitte meine Deutsch ist kaputt. But
When did Indy speak German? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, when he was doing the lyrics to Rock. At first, I thought he was having a stroke. And then when I read, some of the words jumped out at me. That's the funny thing is when you actually listen to some of the lyrics to his songs, like for example, Genie, which is on the same album. That's actually about a serial killer from the serial killer's point of view. And it's like, wow, all these years I love the song. And it's not a torch song, it's a scorch song. That's the best I can do. But anyway, so I will now pick another, and it won't be Alanis Morissette. I'm sorry, I can't. First of all, the music video is Second of all, how can you do an entire song about irony without a single example of irony? She later admitted that she always considered irony to be more like bad luck. But you know what? Do some research, woman.
My entire generation doesn't understand irony now because of that stupid song.
Exactly. Although You Want to Know was a much better video. I love the anger behind it. But we can't talk about that one now, can we? Anyway. But I am going to go with and I could have sworn I already talked about this, but it's not checked off. If you guys remember, I did a creepy classic Oh, and I'm frozen again. Gosh darn it! Anyway,
That's not a bad shot.
You look you look so happy, boy.
Yeah.
When do I not? You remember I did a creepy classic on Annie, Are You Okay by Michael Jackson.
Mhm.
And because the whole thing stemmed from I was singing along with it in my car one day while I was waiting for the girls to get out of the mall. And I realized as I was singing along, I didn't know the words. And I mean, like, I profoundly did not know the words. I was like, Annie, are you Oakley? Did you marry Jeff Buckley? And so I went home and I played the song with lyrics. And then, forgetting how much I loved the song, I played the music video. And this music video, swear to God, it is like a mini period piece set in the Prohibition era. It is just, and it's just so well performed, and they weave the drama in and out of the music so well. I mean, it really is. It's like a mini musical. I love this video.
We did actually briefly talk about it last week. So.
Oh, well, I have expanded upon it.
And the song is Smooth Criminal, not Annie, Are You Okay?
I always call it that, but yes, Smooth Criminal is the name of the song, I always call it Annie, Are You Okay? In fact, I even wrote down the name.
That sounds so disco sad.
But no, it is a fantastic music video. I love it. That's why I brought it up. It's probably my favorite Michael Jackson video, which is saying a lot because Michael Jackson did a lot of good videos. Even if you don't like his music, Danny, you have to admit his music videos are good.
Because they all look like movies.
Say what you want.
And I want to speak to that, by the way, Tug. I do that a lot with songs. Sometimes I remember them more by the chorus than the actual name of the song. Like Ode to Billy Joe, I will always call Tallahatchie Bridge. And it is so, and people make fun of me. People think I'm a poser. I'm like, no, that's just how I remember it. It's on my mind bookmarks. But yes, it is Ode to Billy Joe. And,
You make me feel bad. Let me state this real quick. I do not hate Michael Jackson. I have nothing against Michael Jackson. When I was a young kid, I used to listen to him go A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3. I grew up with Michael Jackson music. It's only when he started doing stuff like The Wiz and the disco era that I really fell out of like.
But yeah, The Wiz is terrible. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was bad.
I tried so hard to like that movie.
I still think Thriller is one of the best videos ever made, regardless of his musical ability. It was a great video. And stuff,
I'm sorry, Danny. I like how they got Vincent Price.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay, you can go ahead and pop out and pop back in. Poor Thrash. See, you jinxed him. You jinxed him, Dan. You're not supposed to talk about how he hasn't frozen. Hello, Graham. How are you? So yeah, in the chat, if you want to go ahead and keep dropping more videos that you can remember, go for it. I mean, like I said, this is the last week we're going to do this, so put everything on the table. Don't hold anything back.
So you're accusing me of being a wrestler named Danhausen who goes, curse you. You are cursed.
Okay, Thrash is back.
Oh, and Indy, I take it you're not going to see the Michael Jackson movie coming out. I'm going to guess because
there's a new Michael Jackson movie coming out.
Oh yeah, it's
oh my God, I thought he was dead.
It's a biopic.
You know what? Yeah, I think I saw a trailer for it, and I just like kind of in one ear out the other.
It's about him.
I'm not going. I wouldn't be in no hurry to see it myself.
Well, I more than understand. I'm just making conversation.
Yeah, it's just called Michael. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And his work with Quincy Jones, which, frankly, the work with Quincy Jones is possibly more interesting.
Well, yeah, true. But the thing about Smooth Criminal, to bring it back to Smooth Criminal, is actually Michael Jackson wrote that song, not Quincy Jones. So.
Oh no, Michael wrote a number of songs, but
yeah.
Quincy was in there. But yeah, good point. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, Indy singing to rats, and I'm sure you already know this anecdote because you know them all already. He wanted to do the score to that movie because when he was a kid, he had taken a household rat and domesticated it as a pet because his parents wouldn't let him have pets. His father found it and killed it, and it traumatized him as a child, among many other traumas of his youth. And I wanted to read that into the record. In case you were wondering why the hell would someone sing a song about a rat. Rats actually make really good pets if they're actually domesticated. They're actually surprisingly intelligent, but to own their
I spent many years under the employ of a mouse, so I understand.
And then Anubis keeps tarantulas, and that just makes my skin crawl.
I spent a little time in the employment of a rat. Does that count?
Yes.
Funny, we actually haven't talked about rat yet.
Well, I've seen subway rats back home, tails like this big and whatnot.
Rats of unusual size.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tracy, it is your turn.
Okay. I like the song. It's a Queen song and it's called Radio Gaga because they use the Metropolis background or backscape. And I love that. I love Metropolis. So I love that video. I mean, whether they liked it or not, or whether the critics liked it, I have no idea. But I like that video because it was so creative and artistic.
Yeah. I have to say I liked it too. I liked it a lot better than the "I Want to Break Free" video, which basically it made me want to poke my eyes out with a fork. But I like all their music.
That's funny.
And Radio Gaga was specifically written because the record label wanted them to produce more radio hits and less experimental. Why are you putting opera in your songs kind of stuff? And they wrote Radio Gaga as just a parody of pop music. That was the whole point, which I think is kind of cool. But it is a good music video. And I love Queen. I love pretty much everything Queen ever did.
I think sadly, my favorite Queen video don't even have them in it. It's the Flash Gordon.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It's like the one where Thrash's shirt he's wearing today. I'm wearing a Dave Sunstorm shirt, I think.
It's a free country.
Because it's bigger and thicker and it's really freaking cold in this room today.
Ooh.
We got a cold front. It's got chilly this weekend.
It's actually kind of funny. When I discovered Queen when I was in middle school, the big hit that was playing on the radio and on MTV was, of course, Another One Bites the Dust, and that's really what got me to sink my teeth into them. And when I actually listened to their catalog of music, I'm like, Another One Bites the Dust is quite possibly the weakest song they ever did. So it's like
it's just a killer bass line. That's all.
I mean, it's a very fun, very catchy song, but it's like. If this is where you start, I was like, wow. I mean, it's like saying my favorite song by David Bowie is "Let's Dance."
I mean, it's a song, but yeah.
It's like it's a fine song, but wait till you hear the good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
It's really sad that I can remember the first time I heard that song. It was on my brother Kenneth's Best of Remco Music's 8-track. He had just bought it.
Those.
70 something.
8-track, yeah.
Oh my God.
I miss those compilation albums. I miss albums altogether. But those compilation albums are great.
Yeah, the
best
best
good for
we
that
have
was
20
Columbia
different
House.
songs. Oh, you get an 8-track, it'd have like 20 different songs by different bands. You could check everybody out.
Yeah, like I was saying, Columbia House had a lot of those because they couldn't sell like the regular albums, so they had to make compilation albums.
Yeah,
So-
now all you get
so-
of is now this is what you call music, like 57. My wife gets those and I hate them.
I'd rather
At least my wife is self-aware enough. She recognizes that her taste in music is terrible, but she doesn't care. So
good. Let her fly. Let her have a good time.
exactly. Well, we don't bother each other. She likes my music, so when we go on road trips, we listen to my music. And when she's by herself, she listens to her music, and it's fine. Works out.
I almost thought about bringing up that guy from Supernatural video that I sent you, the Peter, what his name is.
Oh yeah.
Making fun of the Chevy Chase video.
Yeah, the Jensen Ackles and Daniel Ackles. You can call me.
They're doing the Paul Simon Chevy Chase thing. It's hilarious.
It is fun. It is a good parody. Anyway, so I'm going to actually, since Damien did it last week, I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to bring up an entire movie, and that is Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Oh yeah.
Because it is basically a movie-length music video for the entire album. basically, with a couple of, alternate versions of songs and stuff. But this movie kind of it kind of traumatized me as a teenager, and in a good way, like because I'm a weirdo. The idea of like tackling mental illness in a rock opera basically is kind of interesting, and the whole thing stems from there was a Pink Floyd concert in the late 70s where in the middle of the concert a guy stood up and was starting to scream about the worms were eating his brain or something.
Oh wow.
And they had to actually like restrain the guy and get him taken away by an ambulance, and they had to stop the show and everything. That was kind of the genesis of where The Wall came from, was Roger Waters thinking about that, and he started writing songs about that, and it just became this whole story of this mythical Pink Floyd. And the music and the movie has some amazing animation. You've got the hammers that are kind of like, Nazi symbiology, and of course all that. And Bob Geldof.
Oh yeah.
Best thing he ever did other than Live Aid was The Wall.
No, best thing he ever did.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I like The Wall. Every song almost like got platinum or something,
Absolutely. Comfortably Numb, probably my favorite.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. I grew up with The Wall. This was like the gold standard for me when it came to like visuals for music. It was The Wall, and then everything else was underneath it, So I have to bring it up because it is just so good, and I still watch it occasionally, and it still blows my mind every time. I still see different things. And I love that the judge is literally a giant asshole.
It's so old. I have a VHS copy of it somewhere.
Yeah, I think I still have a VHS of it too, actually.
I have a pirated VHS copy in my collection.
I do have a story that's a little NSFW about The Wall on VHS. When I was in college, a friend of mine took some acid and then watched The Wall and started.
Was a friend of yours?
He was a friend of mine. It wasn't me. I was there, but I wasn't on anything because I was the sober guy. I was the designated babysitter, basically. And after he watched The Wall, he started freaking out. He started really losing his stuff. And so what I did is I sat him down. I said, okay, it's all right. What we're going to do is we're going to unwatch it. So I put the VHS back in the VCR and I played the entire movie with rewind pushed down so that we watched the entire movie in reverse. And then he felt better. It worked.
Oh my gosh.
Totally worked.
Wow.
That is strange. I never heard of rewinding it and playing it.
It was just a spur of the moment inspiration.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to deal with him on his own weird, twisted trip logic.
And I've been to a couple of Pink Floyd concerts, buddy. I've never seen them stop the concert when people were freaking out in the audience.
Apparently that one was really bad. They thought he had a gun or something, but he didn't. There was some reason they had to stop the concert.
Well, because this guy was freaking out. They couldn't hurt himself.
I've seen the band play right through the guards football tackling somebody and drag them out, kicking and screaming. And the band's like, yeah, there goes another one. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And a number of the things that happened to Pink in the movie were things that Roger Waters dealt with in his personal life. His father was killed at Anzio.
Yep.
He did find out his wife was cheating on him while he was on tour. He called home, and a man answered the phone.
Yep.
And it wasn't mental illness, but he had food poisoning.
Oh.
And his manager showed up, and they pumped him full of sodium pentothal. This will get you through the show. But it's like that scene with Bob Hoskins, where he breaks in, and his first thought isn't, "Oh my God, Pink is dead." It's, "Oh my God, we have 50,000 people who want a show," and so they pump him
full of drugs to get him to move. Yeah.
to get him through the show.
Wow.
So yeah, which other music stars have similar stories of the lack of altruism in the music biz. It's a harsh business, but and there are many others, but like those are the biggies that popped into my mind. So there was a certain amount of autobiographical references in the movie that I thought were...
Well, sure, there's a lot of that in pretty much everything Roger Waters wrote, but The Wall specifically. Yeah.
All I can say about The Wall is that's one good trip, man. Bam.
So anyway, yeah. That's my pick, is the entirety of The Wall.
An excellent pick.
So Danny, what
Or
do you
should
got?
I say picked?
Really cool hat sent to me by My Flock Is Everywhere Sarah. So our new
Cool.
merchandise and it's camouflage and I love it.
Shout
That's
out to
really
Sarah.
nice.
And the minute I put this hat on, I started thinking back to an old video that kind of blows my mind. And I bet most of y'all have probably seen this one, but it's the least video that's going to come to your mind. So it's going to be a good pick. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Murray Head,
Yeah,
but he did this song called One Night in Bangkok.
it's based off the Play Chess.
Yeah, and it will blow your mind. This video is psychedelic trip, just like watching the wall in reverse.
I think it's more like Alice in Wonderland for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is everybody familiar with that one?
Definitely, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I couldn't place Murray Head, but as soon as you said One Night in Bangkok, I'm like, yeah, of course, that
Mhm.
song. And that video with the masks and all that. Yeah.
And the dancing chess pieces, it's really slick. It really is.
No,
Yeah.
it's psychedelic, man. You have to be in the right frame of mind to really enjoy it properly.
I would never do such a thing.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm only sober.
No comment?
Oh, are you kidding? No, it was a great song and a great music video. And
Well, he said no comment.
I see.
You have never seen me do anything. Ever. I don't even drink alcohol. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my virgin ears can't take that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that reminds me. Last night I was on this show, and if anybody watched it, I was drinking moonshine. I'm sorry for everything I said about people. Never mind.
You let it roll,
wait a minute.
Dan.
I'm sorry for everything I said about most people, except unless you're in the Las Vegas area. I meant that shit.
Okay. So One Night in Bangkok. Anything else about that, or were we good? I guess we can move on to thrash.
Okay, so I will pick another one at random. And I think I'm going to go with as you know, I have this thing about not Genesis, but Phil Collins. I never could get over the fact that his phoned-in soundtrack to Tarzan beat the South Park movie. That has bothered me for decades. And I understand you can't really count South Park, the musical, as mainstream for any number of reasons, but the soundtrack was outstanding. And it actually, they did it as an old 1930s Busby Berkeley musical, and I thought it really held water. So just the innovation alone, I thought they should have won, but I know I'm getting sidetracked. So anyway, I have this thing against Phil Collins now. I still listen to In the Air Tonight, but I somehow have this moral objection to the man. I do apologize. It's a personal matter. But that being said, the original video, and there have been others equally good, but Land of Confusion with the spinning image dolls is one of
Those
the
are
greatest
cool.
music videos ever made.
I'm
Yeah.
glad somebody brought that one up because it is an amazing video.
Mhm.
Just
I love that
abs-
Reagan doll. That Reagan doll is so perfect.
If you listen to the lyrics, the song has some really serious, deep meaning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It kind of
Definitely.
still holds up today a little bit.
There's a remake by I'm gonna botch it here. Help me out, Indy. A band who also did a remake of Sound of Silence. And,
Oh wow.
but
I think I've heard it.
I know the remake
Yeah.
you're talking about. It's awesome too.
It is
I-
awesome, and the music video is downright poignant. Not to get political again, I myself love the government, but anyway,
They're watching you.
they're watching all of us.
I
You
know.
know, I always go back to there's a great scene in Night of the Generals where one of the generals
It was called the band Disturbed.
Disturbed. Yes,
You and Indy came up with it at exactly the same time.
I could not remember
Yes.
that to save my life. I'm
And
getting
yes,
old.
Bob is disturbed. But anyway, the generals are plotting the overthrow of Hitler, and One of them says, "Should we avoid giving each other's names at the secret meeting?" And one says, "The Gestapo has our names already." You know? And he says it with this, why bother?
Cool.
Yeah, but anyway, not that I'm calling us the Gestapo. No, but the point is made.
Donald Kunzer's out here like punching hard on Roger Waters.
Ooh.
Don't entirely disagree though. Not to mention how I feel about him as a human being, but that's for another subject. That's for another Ixnay on the politics pay.
Yeah, right?
I will say Land of Confusion is one of the greatest music videos. It just is. Like, those puppets are fantastic. I love that the members of Genesis were willing to have completely ugly versions of themselves, like these weird caricatures that they look wrong. I love everything about that video. I love the whole he's dreaming about being in, and like there's water under his bed for some reason, and everything he just accidentally pushes the red button. And
no, he's having night sweats because
that's what it is. It was night sweats.
For World War III. That's the weird thing is, I always kind of, on a satiric level, but I always kind of thought that that's how Ronald Reagan saw himself.
Oh, wow.
You're probably right too.
I really do think that's kind of like the way he saw the world and himself, you know. And you know, I loved Reagan when I was a kid, but it's still very funny to see the portrayal, and I laughed at it even then.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I grew up in a Reaganite family, but like we still laughed at that kind of stuff. Nobody had a better sense of humor than Reagan himself. Are you kidding?
I was an actual young Republican back then. You know, Ronald Reagan's the only president I've ever voted for.
Hey, wait, how did you get to vote for him and I couldn't?
Because I'm old.
Fake ID?
You must have just made it because I was 17 when during Reagan's last election. I had to wait until the next election to vote. You must have just made the cut.
I was born in 65, and I was emancipated from my family at 16.
We've been through the civil cage. I keep thinking you and I were born in 67. You're actually a bit more than a few months older.
We were born in 67.
Yeah, you and I were. So you couldn't vote in 88 either.
Neither can I.
I was 88.
Wait, 88. We couldn't vote in 84. We could vote in 88. I couldn't vote in 84.
In 83, I was 18.
I was 16.
But
yep,
I could vote before that because I got emancipated and was considered an adult at 16.
Does that work?
I had my own car. I had driver's license in my own apartment when I was 16 years old.
But I didn't think you could register to vote. Maybe you voted illegally. I'm not going to say
it was automatic
limitation.
I'm just thinking of
an adult, you get registered to vote. And it was because I was emancipated.
Breakfast
I
Club.
didn't vote. I didn't want to. I got mad actually because they started calling me for jury duty.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm 16. What the hell am I doing on jury duty? And you're registered.
I served on a jury.
Jury duty.
Oh no.
Next month.
Just tell them you hate everyone.
It was a lot easier when I was in Florida because my dad was a well-known lawyer in Florida. I could just say my last name and they'd be like, "Your name is McGill. You're out."
Well,
or say you love all policemen, and they're always right.
Yep.
I remember years ago I knew an assistant district attorney, and I joked with her once. I go, "This is like the third time I've been called for jury duty, and I haven't picked up." And she goes, "No one's going to take you, either side." And I go, "Why?" They go, "You look like a reactionary." I'm not. No, but you look like one. And they're going to take one look at you and go, "Nope." Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
I figured out. I figured how to avoid jury duty for the rest of my life. Unregistered to vote and tell them you don't never want to vote again, and they won't call you.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's based on your voter registration. So once
Dang.
I quit voting and got my registration thing taken down, I don't have to worry about that crap no more. They've never called me again.
Now that you mentioned it, that there was a stand-up comedian who actually did a joke about that. He goes, "It terrifies me that our country elects its leaders by a batch of people too stupid to get out of jury duty."
Oh God.
You're right, Indy. He should have just shouted, "I'm not a reactionary."
That would
Not
be
always-
hilarious.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the death penalty? Oh, I'm bloodthirsty.
I 100, I'll tell them 100, yes, 10% support it.
I'm a weirdo. I actually want to be on a jury. I think you'd be
I'd
fun.
love to be on a
I've been on
jury.
one.
Yeah, I want to be on. I want to be on a jury too. I want to be on a jury too if it was some of that Columbo stuff. Or some
Yeah,
of
there's
that,
actually like
some of that
99% of the time it's going to be a
murder,
really boring trial.
No, I get on jury duty because some lady got their tire come off her car and it went through the windshield of the car behind her. Man, like I care. I didn't get a good case.
The one time I almost sat last time, and it was funny. I was in the last batch to get pulled, and it was really funny because they go, now this case is over a septic system. Did you get a septic system put in recently? I go, yeah, just in time for the town to go sewer. True story. The town is going sewer. And I put it, but anyway, and he's like, do you think you could be objective? And I go, of course I could. That he took my word for, even though, of course, saying you're objective and being objective, I could be, but a lot of people wouldn't be. But anyway, they go, do either the defense or the for the plaintiff have objection? Both of them recognize me from the restaurant I worked at.
Wow.
And they say, yeah. And so they excuse me, and I go, so what? I mean, a lot of people recognize me from the restaurant. Yeah, and if someone goes in and offers you $1,000 tip while the case is going on, wouldn't that look bad? And I'm like, they didn't say that, but I figured it out later on. I'm like, yeah, I could see how this could create a shall we say, a conflict of interest, shall we say.
Or just the appearance of impropriety. That's all it takes.
Which, exactly. And then you get appeals. So, yeah, both of them like, yeah, you're a good server, but bye. Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so
How do we get
enough about
sidetracked?
jury duty.
How do we get so sidetracked? Oh, yeah.
I don't believe they made a music video out of 12 Angry Men. So, Tracy,
Okay.
what do you got?
Okay, there's a band that was really good, and they were promising. Man, they were promising. I've seen a video of theirs, but it was like just on stage where they're performing to a crowd, and it was the Stone Roses with "I Want to Be Adored." And I don't know if anybody has heard of that. See, they were a
Sorry.
part of the grunge scene or something like that, and they were saying they would be the next Nirvana.
Yeah.
The song's
I'm
like,
looking it
I
up.
wanna
got other-
be
they got other-
adored.
How's that one? I don't remember the names of them. There's another band that's weird like that called Rose Tattoo that opened for them.
But this is Stone Roses,
Yeah.
and they were good.
I'm
Yeah, I
looking it
know.
up, but
I've always got obscure things because I liked a lot of obscure people.
No, that's great. You're out obscuring Thrash
See-
and Danny. That's saying something.
Yeah, weren't they, Kerwin? I loved them.
Says the people who don't know who Blue October was.
Oh, thank you, Indy. Of course they did.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're a
I
racist.
picked where he is.
I have another one that you might know, though. I mean, let me see. I like a lot of Joe Jackson's videos. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I do know Joe
Oh,
Jackson.
yeah.
Everybody's heard of Joe
He's
Jackson.
got a song called "Stepping Out."
Now,
And it's him on a train going through like this countryside of England. It's beautiful because to me it's like a travel log. It's just
Yeah.
just
I
a
remember-
beautiful
I
one.
remember watching MTV, and when that stepping out video come on, everybody said, "Well, it's time to step out to the bathroom. I'll be right back."
But I liked it not necessarily all the time for him, but that beautiful countryside was gorgeous.
Apparently, they were way bigger in Great Britain.
Yeah, I loved a lot of Great Britain music back in the 80s.
Well, of course, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
that was the second British invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact, you know.
Apparently,
I like a lot.
Indy's wearing a Joe Jackson shirt right now.
Yay! I also like a lot of Duran Duran because it was like that too. Like I like Rio or Save a Prayer. Oh, I
Sure,
love those because the
Duran Duran.
countryside was gorgeous. Besides all this, it's like I
I-
was on vacation for 3 minutes.
I always had a thing, and I'm sure we've covered it before, but I always had a thing for New Moon on Monday, where it's
Great
the
song.
whole premise is the French underground, and then in the end the stormtroopers come out riding horses with lightsabers. It's like, You know, why couldn't
That's
World War
cool.
II have been like this? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Sorry, distracted.
Hey, we all have ADHD.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
So
If you don't think you have ADHD, then you're not paying attention.
That's right. Exactly.
I stole that. I don't know from who. I can't remember.
okay, I can't believe we've gone this far without talking about Anton Corbin. So Depeche Mode, Enjoy the Silence.
Oh, I love them.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Shut up, Dan.
Ooh,
I like Depeche Mode.
me too.
I never could say their name right. I always called them douche mode.
Yes, we all lived in
Oh,
the 80s.
it was douche commode.
Okay.
Douche a la mode.
So anyway,
Douche a la mode.
the Depeche Mode music video for Enjoy the Silence is really, it's weird. You've got
Great
the
song.
lead singer, Dave Gahan, dressed as a king in the British countryside with a lawn chair. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but it's typical of the director, whose name is Anton Corbin. He did a whole lot of music videos, especially in Great Britain, during the 80s and early 90s, and they were all really weird. I had a list earlier. Let me just look it up really quick. He
Well, wait a
did.
minute. Wasn't
did-
Anton Corbin the name of the evil demon guy in The Devil's Reign with William Shatner?
Maybe
I was gonna say, maybe.
he did a bunch of Coldplay videos. He did the video for Heart Shaped Box for Nirvana, which is also very weird. He liked vivid colors and everything was like a painting. He was very into like everything being some kind of painting. He was trying to make still lives that weren't still. That was his whole concept. And I feel like his music videos are always visually interesting, even if they make not a lick of sense. There's this Duran Duran video with a woman walking around with an egg on her head. Why?
Yeah,
I have no
what's
idea.
that?
I think that's all she
What's
wants.
the
is, I think.
symbolism?
Yeah. He was a mad genius. I don't know if he's still around. He probably is. But he did a lot of very crazy music videos, and I just had to read him into the record. And I think his most well-known video is probably "Enjoy the Silence" because it's one of Depeche Mode's most well-known songs.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all I got. According to Indie, it was Jonathan Corbis in Devil's Reign.
Wow.
Well, it's been how many years ago? I'm old.
Anyway,
Devil's
it's
Reign was
Corbin spelled.
76,
Oh yeah,
77?
70 something. Yeah,
77.
Mhm.
Well, I'm still going to call them dish commode.
yeah. It's a British band with a French name that means fast fashion.
Oh, it does?
Thank
That's
you.
what Depeche Mode means.
Honest to God, I never knew that. Honest to God.
The goddamn dish commode.
So anyway, if you're really into like weird music videos, just look them up. It's spelled Corbijn. I don't know what
Wow.
nationality that is, but that's how you spell Corbin.
It sounds Swedish or something. Never.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the.
Mhm.
Not to
But
go
I've
on a
actually
turn,
seen the videos, believe it or not.
but we're talking about crazy video directors from back in the day doing innovations. For you young one fans out there, Adrian Edmondson actually directed. He played Vivian, the punk rocker, in
Oh, okay.
the young ones. He actually directed some music videos, and he actually did one. 10,000 Maniacs who hated doing music videos. That's why they're all phoned in. They decided that they were going to do an innovative one, and it's they did one for the song that I can't even remember the name of the song. It wasn't one of their best, but he has her falling into a vat of water, and Adrian Edmondson realized that to have the water clear enough so that he could actually see her hit it in slow motion, it had to be under 40 degrees. Only he didn't tell her that. And so the scene in the movie where the video where she dives into the water, she didn't know until she hit it, it was going to be like really cold. And anyway, that's
Yeah. Okay. That'll, yeah.
Sorry, I just
Shock to the system. Yeah.
that is all.
Okay, Danny.
So your turn, Dan.
See, I'm trying to do stuff. I'm going to try to do stuff for the most part today. Except for the Blue October thing, I've been trying to do stuff that people probably seen. And you guys have probably seen. So I'm going to go with one that was totally off the wall. And that's by this guy named Thomas Dolby. I don't know if you're real
Oh
familiar.
yeah, I remember him.
But his video for She Blinded Me with Science has to be one of the craziest out there videos I ever seen. And it inspired a wardrobe decision in my youth because I did wear the jacket with the weird hat for a while.
I've never heard of Thomas Dolby. Are you kidding? The whole sound system named after the guy.
He actually became a scientist too, ironically.
I think the album was called The Golden Age of Wireless.
That sounds right. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the guy he
Right.
got to do the background vocals, good heavens, Miss Sakamoto, you're beautiful. That guy was he was an English scientist. He was sort of like England's version of Mr. Wizard. He did like shows and stuff.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
I
actually got an
remember
actual
that, Mr.
scientist to
Wizard.
actually do it. And I always loved that video when I was a kid because there's two really hot girls in the video.
Of course.
God,
God, Flash.
Good heavens, Miss Sakamoto.
Miss Yakamoto. Hey, yeah.
Apparently, he's going to be in St. Louis next month, so maybe I could go see him.
Folks, I got a bill from it. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
He's still touring.
Apparently, he's still touring, and like I said, he'll be in St. Louis on April 21st.
I feel like the guy from Back to the Future, the old professor now. Great Scott!
When I was
you-
obsessed with computer graphics, there were a series of movies called the Mind's Eye movies, which were just like showcases for computer graphics back in the 90s. And Thomas Dolby did the soundtrack to one of them, and it's actually really good. He did some really good music.
I've always liked most of Thomas Dolby's bizarre, weird stuff.
Yeah, he's always experimenting. I love him. And maybe I will go see him next month. That sounds fun, actually. And see if there's still tickets available.
How much Thomas Dolby tickets now? Hope TKO. Hope
to look it up.
TKO ain't sponsoring him. Wrestling tickets are $1,000 a piece now.
But She Blinded Me with Science is great. Awesome.
Yeah,
Good
it's
pick.
a good song.
Okay, well, while we wait for Thrash, Tracy, it's your turn. We can skip him
Okay.
skip over him.
Okay. Let me see. I'd rather not. You know what I like though is David Bowie's Cat People video for the movie Cat People.
Yeah,
I love that movie and I love that song.
I'm
for
trying
Cat
to
People
remember the
theme.
video.
Just trying to see what nationality Corbin is. He spells it Corbin.
BIGN. JN.
BIGN?
JN. I think Indy said he was Dutch.
Oh, okay. That figures. That's the JN thing.
And yes, Thomas Dolby is in fact in Howard the Duck. He's the bartender.
Oh
Wow.
God, no way.
I did not know that. Breaking news, Tug. Thomas Dolby tickets are between $57 and $200, depending on where you sit.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
I don't think I want to spend that much just to see Thomas Dolby.
Oh, that's
No.
worth $57.
I like the guy and all,
Thomas Dolby.
It's like the cheap seats for Barbara Streisand were like $600 a piece.
Oh,
And I couldn't tell you one of the song he did, I'm afraid.
I couldn't either.
I really couldn't.
I
I'm sure
just
he
know,
did.
I know a lot of his like soundtrack music. I couldn't name anything by name, obviously, other than like the Mind's Eye stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that, guys. But my brother-in-law came by. He just had to pick up a package, but I didn't want to be rude and brush him off just because I was with you guys. No offense, but I had to like make sure he was okay. You know.
Well, you've traded places with Tracy. She's
Fair enough.
talking about Cat People by David Bowie.
The
Putting
theme
out
from the
fires by
movie.
gasoline.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a great movie. I love the movie for it. I love Malcolm McDowell. What can I say?
Well, of course,
Clockwork
Malcolm
Orange.
McDowell's in it.
Well, let's put it this way: Clockwork
one
Orange is
tricky
my
movie,
favorite
but-
movie of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
That is
amazing
what-
in it. Wow.
And well, he was kind of gorgeous to me back when I first saw it when I was in high school.
Did she mention that she's seen Caligula?
And
Yes.
Close too.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute now. This is that freaky movie where the boy loved his sister and they turn into cat people. And,
Yeah.
There's kind of a gross subplot where that if they have relations with non-related people, they turn into cat people. It's like they're like werewolves and they stay that way until they eat again. But if they stick to their own bloodline, they don't. And it's kind of an ew. But
Yeah, kind of. Really?
Tug, didn't we talk? Don't they kind of gloss over that in the original one? It is in there, but it's much more subtle. This is like
Yeah.
direct.
It's like in your face. Yeah.
literally in your face. But it is a great movie. It is a great movie, and Malcolm McDowell was amazing in it. I think it's Natasha Kinski's best movie, to be honest with you.
You know,
And
I loved her.
And the
She
song
was
"Putting
so
Out Fires,"
cool.
"Putting Out Fires with Gasoline." It's an amazing song. I loved when they used it in "Inglorious Bastards."
Yeah. Oh wow, I have to see that.
Oh yeah, you do.
you know, the more twisted, the better. So,
Yeah, they use it in "Inglorious Bastards" in a particularly good scene, and it alone is worth the price of admission. So yeah, if you haven't
Wow.
seen "Inglorious Bastards," please do. There you go. So yeah, good, amazing pick,
Let
amazing.
me
pick.
write that down too.
Putting out fires with gasoline, which I run, and I learned this in shop class when I was a kid. You actually can put out fires with gasoline. You shouldn't try,
Yeah, it's not
but
a good
it's
idea.
possible. It is. Liquid gasoline will quench a small fire. Again, I wouldn't recommend it.
Also,
No.
you don't have to touch gasoline directly with fire to set it off. It'll just the vapors will ignite. That's why you shouldn't smoke at a gas
Well,
station.
that's actually the problem. Gasoline will burn, but it's not combustible.
Correct.
Gas vapors will explode. In fact, a professor, bite my tongue, he was a shop teacher. He said if you take a quart of gasoline, I'm sorry, a pint of gasoline, if you throw a match on it, it will just burn on the top like a tiki torch.
Wow.
If you can spread it into the air like in a mist form, it has the equivalent of 2 sticks of dynamite.
Yikes.
Whoa.
So it's much more dangerous, which is why you always want to like. And the shop class was always ventilated and stuff like that. He said it's really important that we're careful with our gas-filled rags.
yeah, and if you look on the Danny Staten channel, you can see a visual demonstration of this about 2.5 years ago when my drunk ass went out into a barn fire in the backyard with a lot of gasoline and lit it off, and it combusted with the fumes and set the whole bloody yard on fire. And that
Oh,
video
good God.
is right now. Enjoy.
YouTube, this is not meant as some kind of anarchist cookbook tutorial.
Absolutely, positively not.
Reading that into the record, we love the government. We do not want to blow it up. Although my birthday is Guy Fawkes Day, just for the record.
Okay.
Do you remember? And speaking of remembering, I have to be right.
Okay.
Treaty of Tug, the Treaty of Versailles was signed on my birthday
Really?
way back when. Yeah. June 28th.
Auspicious. There you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Jason Voorhees was born on my birthday.
Oh, wow.
You were born on Friday the 13th.
My mom was born on the 13th. So that's a good number for me.
Yeah, I'm 5th of November, which is pretty much just it's Guy Fawkes Day or the day that Doc
Mhm.
Brown went back in time to 1955. Or, well, not Doc Brown, but Marty McFly.
yeah, we got you.
Before Indy corrects me.
Fun, you're back.
We'll see how long it lasts. This time it was because I was frozen again.
Okay, so I think it's your turn. We did Putting Out Fire.
Yes,
David Bowie.
it is. And I'm going to pick for my pick. You'd think I'd prep while we were like pontificating, but
I love the No Kings or Ghidorah sign, by the way. It's
I
really
was
cute.
praying someone would pick up on that. But it's just he's just talking about his rivals. There's no
Exactly.
actual underlying theme, of course.
No politics.
Nah.
I'm gonna write that one off.
So thank you. I'm gonna go with. Speaking of covers, there was a instrumental group in the '80s called The Art of Noise.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. I love that.
They did a cover of the Peter Gunn theme, which everyone knows the theme song. Very few people have actually seen the show. It's up there with "I Can Dream About You."
Guilty.
Most people don't even know it's from Streets of Fire, let alone have seen it, which is a pity because it's a really cool movie. But I digress. But yeah, so everybody knows the Peter Gunn theme, and they do a video for it, and it has Rick Mayall, again from the Young Ones. And
Oh.
he does it as a sort of quirky, bumbling private eye. And so it's this really cool rendition of a song with this sort of 80s electric sound. Yet Rick Mayall is playing this sort of bumbling private investigator. And it's just so much. I wished they had expanded it into an actual movie. I really wish they had made a movie about because, they did like Dragnet and other spoofs on earlier shows. I wish they'd done a comedic Peter Gunn movie with Rick Mayall. But regardless, the music video is a lot of fun and very, very entertaining.
I love
Good.
Peter Gunn's theme
Oh, good
on
God! I
music.
hope Warner Brothers ain't watching this.
Rick Mayall's dead at this point. Rick is dead. The
Well,
people's
they
poet.
will AI his ass. Yeah.
That's actually from a Young Ones episode, by the way, for you keeping score at home.
I didn't get that. Thank you.
Yeah, I was a huge Young Ones fan.
They were funny.
A huge Young Ones fan when I was actually in high school, even in college. And it's funny because Rick Mayall plays a character named Rick, and he's doing this romantic fantasy about when he passes, and he goes, "This place will become a shrine, and punks and skins and rastas will all come here to pay tribute to their fallen leader." And the kids will say, "Rick is dead. The people's poet is dead." And this is where it gets a little sad / creepy / poignant, whatever. When he actually did pass on, the internet exploded with people saying Rick is dead. The people's poet. It was actually quite touching.
Oh,
Wow, did I digress on that one? Even for me, I was sort of off the hook.
You very rarely got any good English television on PBS when I was young. You know, about the most exciting thing you saw was Doctor Who, and most of the thing was Downtown Abbey or something similar to that. But when we got cable in '79 and I got the BBC network, I was exposed to Benny Hill and all kind of other stuff.
he was funny.
English people can be somewhat raunchy with their television.
The first show I fell in love with on BBC was Blackadder. I love
Blackadder.
Oh, that was a good show too. He had like time periods that he was in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every season was a different time.
My favorite English show of all time is one called Being Human.
That's a good show. Yep.
Yeah, I love this show with the vampire, the werewolf, and the ghost living together.
I can see why you like it. Yeah.
It's like the dark side of Three's Company or something.
See, what I like
upstairs,
is
downstairs. That's a good one.
Mine is a tie between Monty Python and Faulty Towers.
Well,
I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, those are classics. Yeah,
I love the Flying Circus episodes.
Absolutely.
And I gotta hand it to you.
Now that's comedy.
Tug, I can see how you'd have to have some time between The Day After and Threads, because in some ways Threads is even darker than The Day
Threads
After.
is harder to watch. Yeah,
it is for any number of reasons. So that's going to be a toughie. But I think Threads is amazing. Don't get me wrong, The Day After is absolutely outstanding. But I think on many levels, I think Threads actually works better. And it was so funny because I remember seeing it like as a teenager and just being like just blown out of the water by it. It was just so like wow. But I thought the sister was cute. So on the plus side, you know.
But yeah, I got comments on that. I mean, that video is actually performing pretty well for me, and I've got a lot of comments on there telling me I have to do Threads, and now I have to do Where the Wind Blows, a couple other movies too. But Threads is definitely it's on my schedule, but it's going to be a little while. I gotta breathe.
Maybe not next Sunday, but we really should do a whole post-apocalyptic showcase.
That could be fun. Yeah. I've already got a plan for next week, though.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be just looking.
What is that?
Okay. So, well, we can talk about that before we get to our honorable mentions because I have a lot, so I'm going to be here a while. But next week, I want to talk about movies based on H.G. Wells, and we're going to do it like we did the Ray Harryhausen stuff, where I'm just going to show little trailers and we're just going to talk about those movies individually, so we don't have to make lists or anything like that. It's just going to be the big ones, the ones we all know, War of the Worlds, Time Machine, Things to Come, maybe even The Shape of Things to Come if I'm feeling frisky.
That's very loosely.
Food of the Gods, movies like that, movies that you would immediately think of. So we'll do that next week. That'll be fun.
I'll have to go through the comics. I think I've got some H.G. Wells comic books somewhere around here.
I definitely do.
I know I've reviewed a couple of them, like The Time Machine.
I used to like those comic books based off of like Civil War and cowboys and all that. I forgot what they're called, classic comics or something.
Oh, Classic Illustrated. I have.
That was great. Those were good.
I've got a very, very large set of Classic Illustrated everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Those were
anything you
awesome.
can think of probably on it, like Lost, like the Treasure Island. And,
Wow, they were great.
And yes, Grim, the war game. You could do a whole show just on the war game.
Right, yeah. It wouldn't be post-apocalyptic movies. It would be movies that are about the actual apocalypse happening, like Threads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. To be more specific.
More specific. It would be the actual apocalypse happening on
You're
screen.
gonna make me talk about a movie with giant walking rats, ain't you?
Absolutely.
I like movies with a dystopian society. Those are so interesting to me.
That's my jam, man. That's what I write.
and that's the funny thing is that the debate goes on because there's a fine line between some of them.
True.
When does dystopian push into post-apocalyptic?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's actually fun just having that debate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which we can have in a couple.
Is Logan's Run dystopian or post-apocalyptic? Say.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of
Soylent Green is dystopian.
Yes, it is.
When that boy and his dog eat the girl, that's the other one.
Spoiler alert! Dude!
I didn't say which movie.
Oh, when that
the one with the boy and his dog.
Cujo.
One of the greatest surprise endings in science fiction history, and you just blurt it out.
Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, right?
Who doesn't know that?
Wait, how many years has it been since that movie come out?
50.
Well, it's been 50 years. If they don't know the end of it by now, that's their problem. You had plenty of time to watch.
You have no idea how many comments I get for spoiling 50-year-old movies. I get so many people mad at me for spoiling movies that are 50 years old. I'm like, dude, it's a 50-year-old movie. The statute of limitations is over.
Like we know Norman Bates killed that girl.
And who's
I
buried?
I can know the basic story and the premise of a movie and still enjoy it. Hell,
And Laura Palmer was her father.
I had read the War of the Worlds book and the comic book way before I ever saw the movie.
That's
And I
cool.
still enjoyed it.
Kevin Spacey is Kaiser Soze.
And I'm not talking about the one
Also in that movie, he's also Kaiser
good
Soze.
one.
Well,
Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and list a couple of my honorable mentions. I'm not going to list them all because we'd be here all day. There were some more Michael Jackson videos. I think we talked about Remember the Time, but it's on here. Opposites Attract by Paula Abdul just because of the stupid cat. Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai, the whole room moving around while he's dancing, and that stupid fur hat on his head. Need You Tonight / Mediate by NXS, which is like two songs that they always played the videos together. Let's see, Rocket by Herbie Hancock. I think we did talk about that one with the doll, with the mannequins and stuff. Walk This Way, the Run DMC and Aerosmith version where they're like competing in opposite rooms and they like break through the wall. That's a great video. Eat It by Weird Al. No Rain by Blind Melon, which I mentioned earlier with the B Girl. Karma Police by Radiohead, where he's in the car. This isn't a good music video, but it's on my list. Enter Sandman by Metallica.
I love that song.
It's a great song. The music video will give you epilepsy, no matter who you are.
Look at Danny. He's like this.
Queensryche's Silent Lucidity. Great song. Sounds nothing like the rest of Queensryche, but I love the song and I like the video.
The top 10 worst videos ever made.
And last but not least, Lightning Crashes by Live. Speaking of music videos that look like paintings, it's a great example.
I like that.
So anybody else have honorable mentions? Go for it. Danny?
Yeah.
I'm going to give an honorable mention one artist, but it's a complete concept album where if you listen to every song, it's about the same subject matter. And if you happen to watch the videos, all of them are from the same subject matter. And it's by an artist called Alice Cooper. And the album is called From the Inside. And it's a complete album about his experiences in a mental institution. It's got songs like Millie and Billy about a couple of serial killers. or
Yeah.
Jackknife Johnny, who goes on a knife rampage, or about the crazy slut who was born in Beverly Hills. And it's called Wish I Was Born in Beverly Hills, which is probably one of the best concept songs ever created. But it's a whole concept, and the videos are just so over the wall insane that it'll blow your mind if you know what I'm talking about. And if you ain't, you should look them up and watch them.
I have seen those, and they are good. That's a really good pick.
And that's my honorable mention.
Okay.
10 videos by Alice Cooper from one album. That all have the cool part is every song has a video and you can watch all of them.
Yeah. Tracy, you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I just have one. Rock Lobster by B-52s. I love that song.
Good
I still
choice.
haven't found a B-52 ticket, but I know I got 1 or 2 or 10 or 20.
Wow. I bet you do. You got a lot of them, dude.
Okay, Thrash.
I put up a video on the Danny Staten channel last night of a bunch of ticket stubs. And
He
I
got
still
bored
got
and went through his ticket stubs.
10,000 to go through.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with Metallica 1 because
That's a
I
good
heard this. I heard the song years before I had read Johnny Got His Gun, and so it was all very. It didn't make. I loved it, but it didn't make sense to me. But after I read the book, and because the music video intersperses scenes from the movie Johnny Got His Gun, I think it enhances the song, which sadly a lot of the videos don't. It distracts. I'm going to go with Sabotage by the Beastie Boys because years ago a stand-up comedian did a joke about that, about how he saw a trailer for this new show, but he can't find a listing for it. And I got to give it to him. When you watch the video for Sabotage, you're like, this really would make a great police procedural show.
Neat. Very cool.
And one last one. It's not an honorable mention, but I missed the boat on it last week, so I want to talk about it. I guess you guys were talking about Down by the Water by PJ Harvey.
PJ Harvey,
Yep.
I love that.
I do a creepy classic on that where I discuss it at length. I thought it was an amazing video. I loved it before I knew what it was about. Love it even more afterwards. And I invite everyone to go to my content channel and check out my creepy classic.
It is beautiful. That
playlist.
video is gorgeous. It's like a piece of artwork.
It is. So I just wanted to plug that and my own content channel. Check out the playlist for creepy classics, and that's what I'll go with.
Okay, well that leads into Indy's question. What's your topic tonight?
Tonight, the trivia is going to be on Bryan Cranston. That was a request I had a while ago. So it's going to be Bryan Cranston tonight. It's going to be general Q&A, but the trivia is going to be on Bryan Cranston. Not necessarily, and I'm frozen again, good thing that we're in the last moments.
Bryan Cranston trivia. How much meth did he smoke during season 1?
But it's not just Breaking Bad. It's his life and career.
He was also in a
I was
Godzilla
talking
movie.
about the other show.
Careful, that might be a trivia question.
Breaking Bad.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you tonight, Thrash, when you will be more
Less
animated.
Forward to it. All of you are invited, of course, naturally.
I do not have a video dropping today, but this week I will be working on a video on The Lathe of Heaven, which I watched again last night. It's been a while since I've seen it. Great. It's a great movie. Made for like $10, but it's a great movie. And yeah, I guess I'll see you then. Doing Sarah and Snarky as always on Thursday, BBB on Saturday if she doesn't cancel
Me
again.
too.
So yeah, see you guys there.
Peace.
Same thing he said.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button now. So
Thank you and good night.
ring my bell, ring my bell.
Thank you.